All right, boys. We're going to take a look at the replay Delta sent me. I'm going to break this up into 3 parts. I'm going to do one perspective for the entire replay. We'll have 3 total replays. We'll start out here with Delta. A little bit of disclaimer, I'm not going to edit this, so it is going to be raw. If I make a mistake, bear with me. But the idea is to look for any inconsistencies, mistakes, things that we can improve on. But hopefully we can find something here. Let's start with Delta. Decent half flip. Little bit of a dive here. Once you grab this boost, which is great, you're pushing up, which is good. But if you actually take a look back here, he's not as close as you think. And this is going to be important for making challenges. He looks like he's really close to this, but he still has to travel, and the ball's moving towards you. You need to stay on the ground a little bit longer, try to make a better 50 here. I like that you don't flip into it, but staying near that ball and making contact with it, probably the better play. Like I said, good job not flipping. I don't like this flip, however. This flip kind of takes you out of position. And when I say that is, it's not like you have to be rushing back to make a save. So your entire goal here is to support Slar. If this ball comes out this way, and this Dark Fire guy comes and he's trying to challenge, or there's someone behind him right here trying to challenge, you have the ability to cut this and hit this over against the wall, follow it up, or hit it to Slar, make some kind of touch, instead of kind of rushing back here to make a save on a ball that's not being shot towards your goal. If there is a shot that's coming towards your goal right here, Saint is back. He should be in position to make a save. Your whole objective is to keep an eye on this ball, see if you have to cut it, and don't burn boost, pick up boost, and go back post. It's not bad. I would have preferred Saint kind of continue to drive challenge this, and then you be where Saint is. But I mean, you guys switched roles, it's fine. Should be a goal, but it's okay. I think you can go for this one. I think this was a little slow. He makes a touch here. He beats Slar. You have 96 boost. You can take this up the wall, or you can hit it against the wall. Either way you want to do this. I think you can go here. You can hit the ball up the wall. You can go this way, and you can shoot it. Or if you don't feel confident in your ability to do that, you can just drive up here, boost towards it, hit the ball against the wall here, which will send it flying up here. And it's centering the ball. You can turn. You can go for it. For something like this, Slar might be able to turn and come over here and shoot the ball. It looks like Saint's going all the way back. But you don't really want to let this ball go, because if we go back, Saint didn't pick up boost. He didn't pick up mid boost. We know that. So he's going to be all the way back. And if you don't get this ball, if you don't even hit it backwards, like a back pass towards him, there's going to be a lot of space that your opponent is able to chip the ball around him, make some kind of play. The higher you go, the better these players at 1v1 are going to be. So you don't want to leave this space. This space is bad. Saint shouldn't be going all the way back, but it does happen in 3v3. So he does get beat there. You have a good save, decent recovery, decent hit, really good outlet pass. A little bit of a mechanical issue here, but it's okay. You want to make sure that you get more height. So it looks like you're jumping. You have a lot of momentum taking you on the ground, but as you jump, you're not propelling yourself up. So you have a lot of horizontal momentum, but you need to fight against that now and go up. I'm not sure. I mean, you were also a little far ahead of it. You overshot it, to be fair. They say you should be. Let's go right here. he's shooting the ball. You shouldn't be facing this way. You should be facing the ball. So whenever it happens, you jump, and you can kind of boost towards it then. So you want to face the ball, you want to jump, and you want to go, and you want to hit it in that direction. Bang. Like over here. You don't want to be facing upfield and then try to turn and hit the ball. You want to try to go at the ball and then follow it and then make a direction with it. But it's not bad. Good attempt. You had the right idea. Good boost steal. You should be second here. This is your position, second. Slar needs to be somewhere over here. See, he's going to be third man. He's going to protect against anything that goes this way, all right? Third man's goal is to stall for teammates, all right? Plus, if the ball comes over to hit him over here, he has an angle to the goal. Whereas if he's here and he's third man, that angle to the goal just got a little bit harder. So if he's aiming in this direction, or for some weird reason he's aiming this way, if he's aiming in this direction, the only thing he can really do is hit the ball against the wall this way as a pass coming out this way. But for you should be somewhere right here. All right, somewhere right in the middle, looking for a pass across to score on. So coming out all the way back here is just saying, I don't trust my teammates. I need to be back in case something goes over here, where this should be covered by Slar. Also, don't follow the play. If we go back to the rotation, Slar should be third. I think he recognizes he should be third over here. It's a little late, but once this happens and the ball does not come across, all right, in any way that you should be able to score it as second man right here, Slar should be stepping up. He should be applying pressure right here, essentially making him first man. And then you, as second man, should be making your way around here and supporting him as third man. Saint, who was just in here, made his play. He should be going, picking up this boost pad, picking up this boost pad. If that boost is there, he can go for it. It's not that big of a deal. And he kind of just lingers. He kind of just goes right here as second man. And he's kind of waiting to see if anything happens. If it doesn't, then boom, he's going back here to support. If the ball is hit way over third man, who should be right here, Saint, as second man, has the ability to go this way and catch the ball this way. All right. That's about 99% of three's rotation in offense. But you don't want to creep up here. You want to support your teammate. You're not supporting Slar by being this close or going into the corner. You also don't want to leave this. Since this went over your head, hit this back. All right, stay behind this ball. All right, the ball's going to go here. Stay behind this ball, dodge into it, pick up this boost, go up the wall this way, and then hit the ball this way. And Saint's in great position. He can turn. He can go hit this. All right, from his perspective, if you do that, he's going to come here. He realizes that you're going to go up the wall and hit it. He turns, and now he's a passing option or a quick counter strike, something. But this, it gets the job done, but it's not the high percentage shot. You need to be careful with hitting the ball against the wall like this. I know you panic because you didn't get a great touch and it's coming out, but you did the same thing then. So you saw your mistake this time. Oh, this one's going up against the wall. It's coming out. It could be a shooting. So I'm going to jump up and I'm going to hit it against the wall and have it do the same thing. I can see Slar's mistake here. I mean, I can see his panic. He's also panicking here. I say he's like, I can touch this. I can push this over to you. It also causes a little bit of confusion for you. Yeah, it causes confusion for the opponent, but a lot of times in my experience, this hurts your team rather than anyone else because it's harder to read. Way to stay on this, though. They stay back. I'm not a big fan of flipping here. just stay on the ground. Slar makes a save. Saint's ahead of you, so he should go as first man. Your job is to not burn boost, pick up as much boost pad as you can, and make your way back. So you want to get this one. You should have ball cam on, by the way. This you shouldn't be fixated on what kind of boost path you should take to get back. I mean, the boosts are here. If you flick on your ball cam, you can see you can go 1, 2, and if the ball comes around, then you can go over here, pick up this one. 36 boost, you should be able to do anything in Rocket League with, as long as you use it well. Flipping and then having ball cam off too long could be a problem. I say I don't like Saint doing that. I say you're good right here, but then Saint, we go off real quick. This is his ball. I'd like for him to follow this, do the same thing that I told you about, just hit it backwards. If he feels confident on taking it up the wall and hitting it across, great. If he hits it back, all you have to do is you have to go here, and you catch the ball here, or you hit the ball this way then. But you don't want to just leave balls for your opponent. So free touches, you don't want that. Really good challenge, good boost pickup. Work on your landing here. Use your air roll. Land on your wheels. Keep your momentum. Slar does exactly what I just told you, which is good. Mechanical issue, but it was the right idea. Alright, so a little slow on this, but it's okay. It's not like there's a threat. He's just popping this over you. Once you realize you got beat, and you know you got beat because, I'll show you here. He jumps, alright? And you're still on the ground. You are just now jumping. You got beat. Alright, you don't need to continue with this. Do not flip. Flipping commits you to the direction that you're flipping into. Meaning, you're going to stall in the air for whatever height that you're at, and you're going to be in that animation the entire time. All right? And then you're going to land. Whereas if you just jump and you boost down a little bit, you land on your wheels, you get back in recovery fast. Now you're all the way out here. I don't like this rocking. I do it too sometimes. But just realize you're in position. You don't want to have to try to move whenever you're backing up, because then you're moving from a negative, I would say, momentum. You're going back, and then you have to change direction, and you have no momentum, and you're going momentum in the other direction. Now you have to kill that and go for momentum in a positive direction. You take off a little early here. If it's really hard to go for things in the air whenever you don't really have momentum, you drive a foot and then you jump, and you're using all of your boost to accelerate and gain height in the air, and that's really hard. And it's really slow too sometimes. So you want to make sure that you get as much momentum on the ground as you can, because gaining momentum on the ground is much faster than in the air. Plus, once you jump, you've committed yourself to whatever direction you're going, essentially. It's very hard to change directions in the air. You can do it, but it's slow. Whereas it's very easy to change directions on the ground. So you're going to make this hit. This is a very weird flip touch that you're going to make into this. What you should do is you should drive a little bit. You should jump here. You should come up, and then you should dodge into the ball diagonally and try to get the ball this way. All right. Realistically, any kind of clear that happens in your zone should go over your opponent's car, and it should go somewhere around mid-boost. Over there or over there. Whatever makes your opponent retreat. Or a pass to your teammates, but there's no passing option here. That's the right idea. Don't follow this into the corner. So he makes a touch. which means that he's now done being third man. You need to support him in case something happens. This looks tempting, but this actually looks like a really good pass to Slar. So by doing that, you now scare Slar, who made a panic touch, and you're not in position to beat any kind of passing option. Now you are. Saint kind of just skips ahead of you. It's whatever. Good recognition. And looks like a lucky goal. All right. I feel like I'm going to have to talk to all three of you on this in the videos about kickoffs. Kickoffs are actually really important. Let's take a look here. And I'll explain why this is the way it is. No, wrong team. So in a diagonal kickoff like this, all right, it's always important for whoever's back here to go get the boost behind the person taking kickoff. And I'll tell you why. If Slar is taking the kickoff here, he's going to go up here. He's going to do his kickoff, which I'll review a kickoff with him. I've already seen his kickoff, and it looks terrible. He's going to make a kickoff here, and realistically, he's going to land over here. All right, he's not going to do a kickoff, and he's going to land right here. That doesn't happen that often. He's going to make his kickoff here, and then he's going to try to go for this boost. If the opponents steal that boost, he needs to turn this way, and he needs to have this boost and have full boost as last man. If Saint goes and he goes this way and he picks up this boost, and Slar goes over here and he tries to get this boost, but the opponent gets it first, he now has low boost. He has to pick up pads. If a shot's coming on, he's not going to have any boost to save it. So when we say we should always have the person who's closest to the boost behind the person taking kickoff, that should always be this guy. So you should be going for boost, Saint should be cheating, and Slar should be trying to either win the ball this way, that way, I guess. But there's also a kickoff where you lose it. You angle your car this way, and the ball goes this way, and it rolls towards whoever just went for mid boost or back boost. It's fine. I don't blame you for going for this. Looks like nobody challenged this. Saint should be up going for this. He should be going up challenging this, and then you should have cleanup. Saint doesn't, makes it awkward. You don't have the best read on this. Luckily, he makes the save. Try to land on your wheels. Try to have a clean recovery. You land on two wheels. You end up landing on your two wheel or all four wheels, but you could have a cleaner recovery. I feel like you could have gotten beat twice here. Just because you creeped up a little too much. Stay here, wait for what happens. You don't know what kind of play is happening. So kind of just wait here. If this touch was better, it could be at first thought it looked like it was going to go straight up here and then come down, which you probably would have got beat on. I don't know if you would have got scored on, but that would have been a really hard read to read. And then here, he's on the wall. He's clearly going to be to the next one to this ball. And if he shoots this, if he's any good, it's going to go on target, and you are not covering the net. Net's wide open. So if he goes up here and he's, champ, he's going to hit this ball. It's going to go straight in. Not the best control, but it was a controlled touch, so that's good. Now this one's a problem. Look at whenever you start to jump versus when your opponent's jumped, all right? At this point, you already lost. You're not getting to this ball before him. So you need to turn around and try to make some kind of save. So you cannot jump for this ball. Say Saint misses his challenge. Instead of turning upfield, where are you at? Turning upfield, you need to turn this way, and you need to defend. So if you're right here, whenever this happens, bang, you're going this way. But you can't challenge that one. You're not winning it. All right, 4 kickoffs. All right. Just notice your kickoff that you just did, you're at 0. All right. I suggest a front flip kickoff if you're not willing to learn speed flip or just a diagonal front flip kickoff. It's the easiest one. I mean, I don't think diamond kickoffs are that hard, but the advantage to a front flip kickoff is you normally have 24 boost left over. So boost towards this pad, front flip, stop boosting once you front flip. You're going to land somewhere right here. Realistically, you want to try to hit the ball in the center, and you want to judge. Wrong way. You want to judge on whatever this opponent is doing. So it looks like he's going more towards this side. So if you come at it and you hit it right here, you always want to side flip into whatever direction you think is going to win. So in this case, I think side flipping to the left is going to win because he's putting a lot of pressure on the ball this way. So might as well force it. So you hit it this way, you roll this way, meaning the ball should squirt somewhere over here. Otherwise, if he's hitting it this way, then you side flip this way. You're able to go get this boost and then maybe make a shot towards net. Right here, once again, it's not bad, but you can have a better percentage play. Also, you take kickoff, you're at 0 boost, get out of the play. You're not doing anything. What happens if you do go for that ball and you miss? Your recovery is going to be incredibly slow. So take your kickoff, get boost. Whenever you get better, you can start recognizing plays off the kickoff where if you land, you might be the first one to the ball. You might be able to shoot it with power. But in this instance, no. Saint has full control of this. He actually has a really good play and a really good flick. He misses. Get out, get boost. Be prepared to support your teammates. Not sure if that was a fast area or not. Maybe. Looks like it. I'm going to keep track of how many you guys actually do, because that's big. All right, you overextend here. So once again, you don't need to rush back. All right, there's no shot that's happening. Saint is back. He's the one that's going to make a save if anything happens. Your whole objective here is to keep ball cam on. What happens if Slark goes up the wall and he hits it midfield? Well, you might be the first on that, and you might be able to shoot it. But your whole objective here is stay on the ground. Don't take your time going back, but kind of just a little bit take your time. Pick up boost. Be an option if something happens. Be able to cut that off. If you make it to here and you have full boost, everything's good. Saint is the one going to make a save. So now it looks like he was going to get bumped. He jumped like he was going to get bumped, but that was a pretty weak bump attempt. You're right here. Just chill. Wait for something to happen. If Saint gets scored on, he gets scored on. You don't need to be Superman and go in there and save the day. Your whole objective here is if Saint has to make a save and it still is somewhere right in front of goal, you need to clean it up. So wait to see what happens. You say if you're waiting here and the ball squirts out this way, guess what? You're on it. This touch should be somewhere not right at your opponent. It might be a little technical, but realistically, you want to try to go at this ball and then hit it this way. You hit it this way, you go up the wall, you have options. If you hit it right at him, it looks like you jump early again. This is almost like your first challenge of the game. He looks like he was closer than what he was, so you jumped. Stay on the ground a little bit longer. You have time. You make a 50, but it could have been a better 50. Nice boost steal. Don't jump for that. Your opponent or your teammate is back. All right, you got to trust him. As well as this is not really a ball you need to go for. I feel like if you were on the ground and you drive and you boost, you could catch this if no one was back, but your teammate was back. So hopefully there was a comm saying, hey, I got this. Pushing up. I think Slar got a little ambitious here. He's technically third. You're second. That should be your ball to kind of go for. Way not to, I guess. In a higher rank with more people, you need to rush this a little bit. I feel like this is one where you're going to get demoed or an opponent's going to come and, hit the ball away from you. But it was a good job here. A hard touch, but you need to follow this up. You need to follow this up, and you need to get that boost. So once again, you didn't really. It wasn't bad, but it could have been better. If you got that boost, you deny him from this your opponent there from staying in the play. Plus, you have 100 boosts instead of 57. You might be able to jump off the wall and hit it. You just have more options that way. Timing issue. It's okay. What are we doing here? This isn't the best passing option, so you miss it, which is fine. But you're just kind of going into no man's land. I'm not sure if you're just kind of waiting to see for a bump, if you're waiting for a pass up this way that you can kind of just redirect this way. That's incredibly hard. The better option for you, once you miss, all right, and you look back and you see Saints right there, you need to get out, all right? You need to go this way. Make yourself a passing option. So if Saint does get a hit middle, you're here to shoot it. If it gets it past both of these people, then you can go for a demo on this guy if you want. But kind of staying right here, you're in no man's land. You're not doing anything. You're not being helpful to the play. You're not even covering anything that your team would want covered. And say you go for a bump at the very end, you have 5 boosts, your recovery is going to be pretty slow. Once again, not detrimental, but it could be. I don't think you should be pushing up on this. I don't think Slar should be passing this. I don't think Saint should be in that goal at this point. So the situation is one of your teammates is in goal. He's stuck in goal. He's not getting out. Looks like he went for a demo. Slar cannot pass you this ball because your opponents are looking for a pass that goes across. If that happens, they're going to have a heavy clear back to your zone, or Slar is going to get 50'd, and the ball is going to shoot across into your zone, and you're not going to be able to cover it. You're too close. So you should not be a passing option. You should not really be looking to score here. Saint should be getting out. You should be looking to buy time for your teammates. Slar, realistically, is the only one who could potentially score this. He can hit this and Doomsy it in if he's mechanical enough. If not, just shoot this across high this way. Try to keep possession. It allows Saint to get out, get boost. Allows you to potentially chase that ball down or stay middle for passing option or go third man, whatever, however the play develops at that point. But you should not be a passing option here. And you get scored on. I'd say that's all 3 of your faults. Really good play. Work on that recovery. Need to land on the wall realistically. Land on the wall with your wheels and then jump down. And then you would use a wave dash if we were talking about it the other day. That's one way of using a wave dash to keep momentum. You pogo off and you kind of land very awkwardly. Don't go for a bump here. You don't have any boost. There's someone in front of you who was just going for the ball. highly doubtful that he's going to miss it. So what you're going to do here is you're going to go for a bump. So you're going to kill all your momentum, and you're going to be in their net. It's going to have a very long recovery. Then you're going to jump towards a boost that's not there and get the boost there. When realistically, you shouldn't have entered this. You should have, in fact, either gone straight or turned this way and gone and got the boost pads, come over this way, and you could have been the one to get this ball right here. Good patience. Good speed from Slar. Looks like it's a goal. All right, looks like there was some kind of confusion here. Make sure you go to the right. You get the boost behind the person taking kickoff. It doesn't really matter who follows. You can make an argument that you should be the one that follows because you have more boost in front of you. But that means Saint has to cut across you to get to that boost. And I can also argue that he's closer to the kickoff where it's going to happen, so he doesn't need as much boost. So I would say you are still the one who should go for that boost behind Slar. Saint should be following. So it looks like he half does both. He looks like he wanted to follow, but he wanted to stay back. And he did absolutely nothing in return. I say there's broken coverage because of what he did. I don't like you boosting. All right, you have 46 boost. All right, you don't need to go get that boost. Looks like they're going to win this. It's 2-0 for this ball. Just go ahead and pick up this boost pad. You can go back post. You can pick up this one. You can pick up this one. And you have 46. You're going to pick up 3. You're going to have like 90 boost if you do that. Go a little wide. You take ball cam off. You don't want to take ball cam off. You want to know what's happening on the play. Little slow on this read. You need a fast aerial up to this one. This is a fast aerial. If you see that the ball's going up to the ceiling with speed like that, it's going to come down. It's going to drop. So it's going to hit the ceiling and it's going to drop. It's a hard read, but if you're going to go into champ, if you're going to go into higher champ, people are making this read. So you can't single jump and then try to dodge into it. You have to fast aerial up to this. Ooh, we panic. So, looks like Slar should have gone up for this. Alright, Slar is kind of waiting on the back wall. You don't want to wait on the back, or wait for the back wall read. He jumps, he half jumps, he anticipates the ball coming out. That's a really hard read to make. I mean, it's much easier to just go up the wall and then meet the ball at the wall rather than try to read anything off. Right now, this is Saint's ball to go for then. Slar's opportunity pass. Saint needs the challenge. You need to stay back. If Saint makes the save and the ball's right in front of your goal, it is your job to clear it out. We don't need all 3 people diving at this. Saint makes a good recovery. That's a really good pass. I don't like your turn. All right, he makes the hit here. You turn away from the play before you know what the play is going to happen. So you want to, if anything, all right, because I know it looks sketchy. You're third man. Your whole objective is to buy time for your teammates. Don't get scored on. But when this happens, where are you at? Where are you at? You're right here. When this happens, you're right where you're supposed to be. All right, and then it looks like you're going to get beat. Turn this way. All right, horizontal. That gives you the option to turn this way, and it turns you the option to go this way. By full committing to back, you can now not go this way. And since you did go this way, you also turned the wrong way. So realistically, if you turn this way, the way that you did, you would have to jump up this way and make a really hard touch down that way. Whereas, where are you at? Whereas if you turn the other way, so if you turn this way, you now have a much easier angle to goal. You would have to go up and hit it down this way rather than this way. Turning is very important. This is not Saints ball to go for in any world. That takes away any kind of opportunity for you. That being said, it looks like you were trying to shoot this. This is going to be a dud if you hit this. I can tell you that right now. You're not coming at this with any momentum. It's coming straight down on you. You're going to shoot this, and it's going to go 10 miles an hour towards goal if you get it on goal. At this point, you might as well just try and catch it. Try to make some kind of flick. Something. If you let it bounce, you might be able to get something, but you don't want to just jump up and try to hit this. So either let it bounce and shoot, or catch it, flick, do something. Jumping like this is not the play. However, Saint touching this should never be an option. It's not bad. It's just not the best positioning. You should be taking that. You should be going around. You should be going this way. Slar should be approaching the ball over here. You should be kind of like right here. You'd probably be the back post option, because if Saint should be somewhere over here, he would then fill the position as second man because he has momentum coming back. You could make an argument that you would be second man, but it really doesn't matter at that point. You being here doesn't really support anything. It's the wrong turn again. Turning's important. You're turning this way. You're killing your momentum by turning the opposite direction. You turn this way, and then you have to continue turning this way to be able to go this way. Whereas if you turn this way, you're now keeping your momentum, and you're going in the same direction that the ball is going. So the difference between those two is if you do it this way, you don't meet the ball at the bounce, and you're jumping to make some kind of weird touch on it. I mean, it works, but otherwise, let's go to fly here. So you're right here, you're going to go here, you're going to go here, a weird turn, and you turn this way. I really messed that one up. But essentially, you would be somewhere right here, and you would at least have an angle on the goal. All right, rather than trying to hit it this way. Realistically, you want to have some kind of angle towards goal, scoring opportunity. Right now, this isn't very threatening. Close attempt. I like the speed. I just question you being third man here. Saints all the way back, so I guess it's okay. If there was comms, that would have been fine. Good speed, though. It's a good bump by him. In a situation like this is another instance where you can wave dash. So he bumps you off the ground. You don't jump. So you actually have a flip here. All right, quick recovery, wave dash. You have momentum. You don't have to burn as much boost. Don't go into the corner. All right. The ball's going into the corner. You realize that now. You should be turning this way. You should pick up this one, this one, this one. If you want, you can go over here, go back post. Don't go into the corner. That's not your boost to go for. See, that should be Slar's. Slar should pick that up. Now you pick it up, and you're going to go burn a quarter of it just to go back post. Ooh, that is some hesitation. All right, once again, it's going to go straight up. It's going to hit the ceiling, and it's going to come down. It's going to make a big bounce. All right, it's coming down with speed, meaning it's going to do the same as what it hit the ceiling. It's going to come down. It's going to bounce. You need to time your jump with the bounce if you're going to do something like this. Even if you don't, actually, it looks like your teammate or your opponent did that perfectly. He goes, and he times it. The bounce. He jumps a little early, but he's also further away. He makes that touch good. So you should be approaching that. You should be jumping with a bounce, and you need to make some kind of contact with this. I prefer to fast aerial just so that you get up there early. However, if you can feel confident with just being able to jump and then dodge into it, great. You get more power from dodging, but you need to get the height fast. Decent touch. Work on your recovery. If you recover on this, you might be able to get to this sooner. If you recover on this, you might be able to drive up the wall, boost up the wall, and then hit this again before this other guy does. I like the idea. All right, you're going upfield for a pass. That's the right idea. Once this 50 happens, though, all right here, turn around, go back. So you drive upfield a little bit and then turn around. You don't need a boost back either. Saint is back. Any goal that's going to happen is not going to have you in it anyway, so there's no reason rushing back. Just get boost, be in position. If anything does happen, then you can clean it up. Now you're just kind of not supporting anyone. You have to reposition. I don't like the flip here. You flip, you commit yourself to that direction. You waste half of your boost just to force him to do something. Yeah. I mean, the whole idea is to force him to do something. I just felt like you gave up too much in order to do that. You got the boost, which is good. It's another instance where you're gaining a lot of momentum. In this instance, if the ball's going to be right above you, you want to kill all your momentum, and then you want to use all of your boost to get momentum going straight up. So you have too much momentum carrying you towards the goal, not enough momentum taking you up. Work on your recovery. Little slow, but it's okay. Ooh, you front flip into that, you score. It's a great outlet pass by Slar as well. I'm not sure if he meant to, but it was a really good opportunity. It's unfortunate. Work on that recovery. Don't flip into the wall here. Preferably, I'd like you. It's going to be a 3-on-1, so preferably, I want you taking this boost path back. All right, this is the quickest one. That's one that you're going to get all the boost on, and you're going to get back super quick. If you say, "Hey, teammate, I trust you in a 1v3," and you want to go for this boost, great, sure. Just don't flip here. All right, you have the boost right in front of you. By flipping, it kind of kills your momentum on the wall. Yes, you land cleanly, but it still killed some of your momentum, and you have to burn some boost in order to get back. It'd just be easier just not to flip into that at all. A lot of times, if you're going to do something like this and you need to jump over someone to get a boost, we'll use this booster pad for example. Just drive here, jump, and then land on the wall. Or if you want to get fancy and use another opportunity for a wave dash, you want to jump, land on the wall, wave dash, and then jump off the wall, and then wave dash on the ground. Instance like this, all right, you pick up mid boost, you realize that the other opponent just hit the ball away, Saints turning to hit this, kind of slow down, all right? Now your team's back. Saints back, the opponents had a hard touch, they pushed it away, Slar is going to support Saint. You are now the let's see what happens option. I say if you kind of just slow down and you recognize the situation, you might be able to turn on this. You have boost for it. I say if you're going to position yourself as third man, do it over here. All right. Once again, if you're over here, you have an option to shoot on goal. Whereas now, if you have to turn and hit this, you're only hitting it to the corner. You want to make sure that you have some kind of option to hit it this way. Not to say you can't slam it on against the wall and have it come over this way. It's just you have more options having an angle to the goal. Ooh, it's unfortunate. It was a good goal. Should have had it. Not bad. Just going to take 1 second to pull up ball chasing. I'm pretty sure just looking at your camera settings, everything's fine. Just wanted to look at this real quick. See if there's any problems, inconsistencies that we might be able to look at. Go to camera and settings, delta, 110, 100, -4, distance 270, which is good. Stiffness, experiment with stiffness. It's not, it is preference, but it's one of those. I normally use 0.6. It's changes the way that you see the ball. Stiffness is a little too stiff for me. 1, meaning swivel speed, you're insane. 10, that would give me a headache. But I'd also turn down your sensitivities. If you don't have control of your car, if you can't do stuff with your car that you want to, you're turning too fast. So you probably already know this, but I'm going to explain it anyway. So turning, if you have your turning sensitivity to 1, you are turning 1 to 1, meaning anytime that you make an input, it is the exact input that you put on your stick. If you have a 2 for sensitivity, you are turning twice as fast. Your input is inputting twice as fast. So it's 1 to 2. So 1.4, you're turning, 0.4 times faster for every turn. So it can really throw you off. I feel 0.35 is too much sensitivity for me. 1.4 might be too much for you. Even currently right now, I'm stuck at 1.25. So turn that down, get good car control, and then once you have good car control, then you can turn that up. That's what the pros do. But yeah, that was good. We'll do part 2. I'll probably do Saint, and then I'll do Slar for part 3.